We are at the racetrack. This used to be MAM. What is it now?
It's now RPM, new owner and everything.
What does that stand for?
Raceway Park of the Midlands.
I can never remember that.
Should just be called the Middle of Nowhere track.
Yeah, it is. And I've also driven 7 hours to get here, which is just stupidity.
Yeah, it probably wasn't the brightest thing you've ever done.
Yeah, exactly. But that's not the point of this. We're taking a look at your car. What is it?
It's a 2015 Mustang GT with Performance Pack.
What is the Performance Pack?
So the Performance Pack is the smart choice for anyone who really wants to drive their car. It comes with Brembos, you get different springs and dampers, you get some cooling, you get an oil cooler, bigger radiator, different gear ratio.
Makes sense. And what have you done to it? What are the modifications?
So I've done Coney yellows and a rear bar and slightly bigger tires, which it still puts me in F Street, stock class for autocross, all you solo guys out there.
Okay, so you're running, it's a squared set of tires though.
Square set, yeah, 275 all the way around.
Hankook RS3s?
Yeah, Hankook RS3s.
Okay, so all in, how much was the car with the modifications?
35.5, 35.
Okay. Now that's interesting because I just bought a used M3 2013 that was $48,000, and that's because of the low mileage. So
and you're a douchebag for driving.
I am
right?
a douchebag for driving. I'm actually parked in a handicap spot. I got my own silo for this just because it's an M3. But we want to see the difference between the two cars. This M3 is bone stock.
Yeah.
The only thing different from a stock car is it has Bridgestone Potenza SO4s,
which aren't really a track tire.
No, they're not, but they're a higher performance tire, but you know, they don't handle heat very well. Stock brakes, so we're gonna see the difference between the two cars.
Okay.
Let's take
Your pile versus mine.
Yeah, it's junk day. No, don't say that about these cars because somebody's gonna say, they're the best cars ever.
I've already run over 3 or 4 people today. It was great.
Is that why the ambulance was here?
Yeah. They were gingers though, so it was fine.
Well, yeah, at least he did it smart. So I think we're pretty much ready to go here to do a hot lap, and we're gonna see how this compares to, well, how it keeps up with the Mustang GT with the track pack. I'm gonna roll down the window here to be compliant. We're gonna do a third gear start. M3's already struggling for grip here. Mustang just has so much more grip. his line and not mine. There you go. The M3 is extremely capable. I mean, there's no doubt about it. The chassis balance this is what BMW is known for, and on this cooldown lap, I feel extremely satisfied in the performance of it, more so than I did the first drive that I had on the track. I think with just a really good set of tires, some real brakes, or at least brake pads, this would be a very, very fun track car if you're prepared for the running costs of it, of course. We just finished our track day. I'm really surprised by these results.
So am I. I've been a huge fan of the M3 for the longest time. I'm not knocking the car, but it was slower.
So tell me a little bit why it's better.
So it's faster on the straightaways. Stock for stock, mind you, I have stock pads still. The Brembos are...
They're incredible.
They are.
You can go so much deeper. I mean, you have no brake problems with this car. You don't even think about it, and it gives you confidence.
8 hard sessions I've run here at 20 minutes a pop, off for 20, on for 20, no brake fade, nothing.
Okay. Now the conclusion of this video, it was a lot of fun to do, and you would think because I have an M3, it's the best car, and I should be a total douchebag about it. But the reality is, it's not as fast as the Mustang. And what does that say? It says that you don't need to have a higher end or a luxury car brand or a prestige brand to have a lot of fun if you want to drive fast. And that's something you're going to learn the more track days, the more performance driving you do, and you don't have to break the bank. The Mustang has so much better brakes than the M3, which makes no sense. It still handles great, and it's faster in a straight line, which is mind-blowing, in a more reliable package for the most part. Now the thing is, if I did upgrade the M3's brakes to something like an AP Racing set of Radical calipers and rotors, yes, it would be better. If I did tires and brakes especially, I could outpace the Mustang GT. But look at how much money I would have to spend to do it, and the running costs in the long run. And that's the whole point of this, cheap speed. Look at what you can get today. So I had a lot of fun doing this. I think at the end of the day, there's a balance to be had. If you have the money, obviously, if you get into an M3 or a German car or cars like that, you're gonna say, my God, this interior is amazing. Especially when you get out of a Mustang and you think, my God, this thing's a shit box. And it is what it is with that type of money. But again, take a look at some other cars out there. Don't just get stuck in a one-track mind that this car's the best. Do some of the research.